Shalom Aleichem, everybody. Hope all is well. We all have a yearning inside of us for something more. Our soul is infinite, beyond infinite, because it is a part of Hashem. Therefore, there's no limitations to our soul. In our bodies, we're only able to experience a glimpse of our soul. And the more we refine ourselves, the more we make ourselves in tune with God's will, with Hashem, the more we become able to tap into our soul. Therefore, it's normal that we have a yearning for something greater, because that's the whole purpose of why God put us here into this world, is to reach even greater heights. Because before we were born, our soul was one with Hashem, but it was at an extremely, extremely high level. But by coming down into this dark, seemingly physical world and transforming the darkness into light, we reach an even higher level than before. So all of this searching in our lives that we feel like we're missing something is because there's something greater that Hashem's offering. This is related to the coming of Mashiach, the building of the Beis Hamikdash, the Shlishi, which will be an everlasting Beis Hamikdash. The other Beis Hamikdashim were extremely lofty and holy, and they experienced divine revelation, but they weren't complete because they ended, they were not complete. Something that is not forever is not complete. However, the third Beis Hamikdash, the third temple, which we will experience when Mashiach arrives and is revealed, then it will be an everlasting Beis Hamikdash, a temple that will last forever. And the platform to bring this into reality is through Torah. The platform to bring this into godly revelation is through Torah. By learning Torah and doing mitzvahs, this is the blueprint to bring us into the divine revelation, into this era that we've been promised, into this time where we'll experience a greater reality. This is how we do it. So we should know that any pleasure that we've ever experienced is nothing compared to the pleasure that we'll experience when Mashiach arrives. And we can tap into this already now, because the Torah already is one with Hashem. Therefore, we can tap into this godly reality already. However, we should know that that is even still a lower level of reality, because when we learn Torah and we do mitzvahs, we automatically feel good because there's divine sparks. There's divine sparks in the Torah. That is why we can experience tremendous pleasure by learning Torah. However, a much higher level of pleasure is realizing that by doing this we cause Hashem pleasure. By learning Torah, by doing good deeds, by helping one another, we cause Hashem pleasure. And that is the greatest pleasure of all. Deriving pleasure from giving someone else pleasure. That is the highest level of receiving. Giving is actually the highest level of receiving. That is why we see the sages said a very holy saying. From my students I have received more than from anyone else. A teacher receives more from his student because he gives. Hashem created this world in a way where when we give, we actually receive. So we should never feel bad, never feel down about giving charity that we're losing, or that when we're helping someone that we're losing time. No, we have to thank these people for giving us the opportunity to connect to ourselves, and more importantly, to connect to Hashem. Because when we connect to Hashem, we actually connect to ourselves. Because our self, our innermost self, is Hashem. Hashem is our soul. Hashem is our life force. So with this mentality, we can connect to the coming Mashiach and accelerate the process of bringing Mashiach. And the Torah is the blueprint to do that. So may Hashem bless you all. May we experience this today. All the best.